And welcome to the next episode of the Stanley Parable.
Best game on the internet.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory.
So now, let's do what this man said.
A computer, perhaps. An painting.
Unlike
Was it a
most people,
painting
I don't like
or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Naturally, so I'm just going to start talking.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Today, or this week, was my first week of high school.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I haven't been on the bus for like the entire time I've been in high school, right?
What's down here?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
He wants to go down here. Nope.
You know what? No, I'm not going to tell the story today. I'm going to tell it tomorrow or whenever we record another game that's less involved.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting online school, which is pretty epic, pun intended. I don't start for another week and a half on September 3rd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, we need to speak.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oops.
You've been sitting here not talking for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I just got really into the game.
We're not natural commentators.
No, we prefer to talk to each other in secret.
We didn't do
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized it was a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
I'm really,
to question
guys,
the nature of his job.
I'm happy that the hero's out in Smash.
When for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
Curious and curious,
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
This game, and then let's record something that's more like relaxed, so we can do like a full series.
Yeah.
And then we can do P5 later. We have plenty of time for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, in Persona 5, I beat the first palace in one night with 9 days to spare. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Idea!
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Buttons. I wish you could double tap to dash. But I wish you had like a 2-second burst because Stanley's weak.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee
427.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Still see it.
Where are they though? There's never.
Mine is right there.
No.
Oh yeah, no, they're all dead. Ejection pod.
This mind control facility, it was too
a person in a box going
it
up.
couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Because this is the ending.
True ending.
Yeah.
No.
Wow, Stanley is
Refused
short.
to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
I'm not done
Never.
growing. You don't stop
It was
growing until you're like
unthinkable.
20.
Wasn't it?
Fun fact.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
Same here.
utterly blind
We
to
are
the
the same
world?
Just about.
Big boy.
But here was the proof. The heart of the
probably gonna
operation.
be taller than you,
Controls
and
labeled with
younger
emotions.
than you.
Happy or sad or content. Walking,
Maybe.
eating, working. All of it monitored
Probably
and
gonna do the same
commanded
thing.
from this very
Probably.
place. And as the
We're all just
cold
not
reality
going
of his
down, it'll be like
past
30
began to
years.
sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would
Wait,
never again
what?
exert its terrible power over another human life.
Excuse me, what?
He would dismantle the controls once and for
what?
all.
I know this isn't a glitch, but what?
Yeah, that's weird.
I love it. Power of futility.
Mind controls idle awaiting input.
I completely forgot how this sequence works.
Press on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes!
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
Turn it off, turn it off,
You
turn it
are
off, turn it off.
supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent,
Drop an M&M.
Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say...
Oh, shit.
2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine.
0, 1,
You
4,
are the
2.
star. It's
0.
your story now.
I think it
Shape
says
it to your
it's
heart's
700
desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a
I forgot
shame we have so
where's
little
0.
time left to
Is that
enjoy
it?
it. Mere moments until
5.
the bomb goes
I'm
off.
screwed.
But what precious
Yeah.
moments each one of them is. More time to
There's
talk
1 and
about
2
you,
over here.
about me.
I think 0's
where
up
we're
there.
going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Yes.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside.
Where's
or
the
I let it
0?
burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
There it
I'm
is.
sure whatever I come up with on the
Nope,
next
that's
go
3.
around will be even better.
Well-
My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
told you,
But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the
Thank
clock.
you.
Why
Where
not?
is 0?
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
I
Oh
know.
dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
I know exactly what
Or did you just assume you saw that timer, that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video
Zero
game can be
up here.
beaten? One solved?
Press off.
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
I'm dead.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless, to see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Yes!
We won!
I don't know what 0 was. I honestly don't. Well,
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have 0 consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
I messed it up.
Oh, did you? I thought you were able to jump off of the railing. If you land on the rail, you're able to jump onto one of the trucks, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Well, we're going blue door.
Yeah.
Frick.
We're just gonna go on the infinite ending.
Yep. Or, no, you die at the end.
And the one where you would turn into a dead guy.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No. Never.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Oh yeah, this is the missing textures one.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
No,
and in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better?
Nothing.
What did you want to see?
Well, this is the
Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
No, wrong
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Yeah. You know what is my graphic?
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Good. No, that one's a good ending. I like that one.
I know.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
Because I'm a selfish prick.
It's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
No.
What?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
No! I have a baby sister and it's gonna make me sad.
You have to
But
play
of course,
forever.
the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4
It
hours.
just burns
So
its
why don't
robot.
you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
if I don't
Be
look.
sure to keep notes on your experience.
I can't do that one.
Look away. You're not technically killing me.
No, dude, I literally can't deal with the noise. No! I can't deal with the noise, it makes me feel sick!
But it will stop if you don't. If you let it happen.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for you. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes,
Thank you.
this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
It's on like 3%. Love you too.
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that, everybody.
Yeah, it's cool.
At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley.
Me one
Will
jump.
it ever be enough?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete.
Let me in. Let me in.
Look at it. Gaze upon
Let
my
me
work
in.
of art.
Let me in.
Feel ashamed at your own
I wish
inadequacy.
you could just play the entire
But you've only
game,
seen
like
it from the
entirety of
outside.
Minecraft.
You've
and
only
just-
gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand?
Don't let me in.
Isn't it
Don't let me
perfect?
out.
It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
I wish we could jump in this game. Fall to your death, yeah.
No, I want to help. Oh.
Well, you can't now.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a
Yes.
bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Recording. No, these are mine. These are mine. No, these are mine.
I gave him two. Nope, no more.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel
These are
utterly
literally
irrelevant. This one...
You know if we can edit them out? Like their voices? Or do we have to
edit them out in general? Just delete them.
Draw 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
No.
Oh, me love you, me diamonds. Me, I wanted the diamonds. I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Hank Hill, and this is my stand. Propane Nightmare. Portal!
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Oh, here, should we do all? Fancy. It'd be cool if there's actual portal gun in this game, in this one.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Ah.
Damn. Box buddy.
Genius.
I am a god.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I highly doubt you're any...
Whee!
Whoa.
I didn't die?
He's stuck up in the portal game. You can travel on your own.
Yay!
You're your own man now, Ian. Okay. Ian's first act as a person is to just kill himself. Now you're playing the old version of the Stanley Parable.
Oh.
That was made in Gmod as a mod. Fun fact.
Oh, fun. Me no Reiki.
You gotta go to your office.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I can't breathe.
Wait, what time is it?
It literally is right there.
No, like, oh, this is gonna be a 20-minute episode.
That's cool. This is the last episode for now.
Yeah. No.
You can actually go swimming after this.
Maybe. Yeah, sure, why not?
Is this 427? No, you're on the... Oh, no, it is. You just gotta close the door. Or not, maybe open the door. Is there another door? Go to your desk. Last time something happened whenever I went in here. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. I thought it did. Oh,
that scared me.
I wonder what he found.
Your
If what he
mom.
wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Bang!
I can wait.
I can wait. Thanks for watching another episode of Existential Crisis.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Stanley Parable.
The Stanley Parable.
Anyway, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Of probably not this.
Yeah, probably not this. Anyway,
Alright,
bye-bye.
recording.